Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Aries. All Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Aries in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Aries, please. What does Aries need to know? Alright, so first card that came out is the Ten of Cups. I just feel like you're going to be getting some really good news here. Alright, you've been going through a hard time, you know, and you've been struggling to put your life back on track. Somebody here that I'm connecting to in this today, it's like it's finally coming together. Things are changing for the better here. This is really good. This is a very hopeful message. It's not been easy. There's been some serious problems, and I think they've been going on for a long time. This may have been health issues, financial, but it looks like you're going in the right direction. You don't see it. Yeah, oh boy, wow. But it's almost like you have to. You don't really have a choice. You don't see how this is going to change. I'm connecting now to somebody who feels pretty hopeless. So your heart is broken and something's got to change. You just don't see how. And yet you know this at the same time. You know you've got to just keep going. You've got to keep up the momentum. Okay, so you don't see how this is going to be successful, but you know that you need to keep moving. You know that you need to move in a certain way, in a certain direction. There is a lot of doubt and fear about this. A lot of mental noise, a lot of interference. You're trying so hard to go in that direction and follow your intuition. You know that you can't stay and do what you're doing. You can't keep it up the same way. Something has to change. Something's got to give. So you feel like you can't move. It's a real struggle here. I'm getting somebody who's really struggling with this. And yet the first card that came out was the Ten of Cups. This is like a happy ending. And then the Nine of Cups came out here too. So it's a prayer. You've been praying. There's a wish fulfillment. There's like a miracle here. You are, with the Chariot, it's like you're moving. You're determined. We see over here again, Six of Swords, and then the Eight of Cups, moving forward, traveling, moving on, keeping up some kind of momentum. And then with the moon here and the High Priestess and stuff, it's like having faith. Faith in your own intuition, faith in the path. But there's so many pitfalls. It's really scary and it's a nightmare. You know, I do see somebody who's so determined not to give up, not to let this stop them, but at the same time, there's a broken heart. Absolutely heartbroken over this, whatever it is. There's been some kind of a loss, some kind of health or financial, could have to do with your family or an important relationship. This is a general reading for Aries, so if you'd like personal details, we could get into a personal reading. You could email me for that. But it looks to me, and I'm not just saying this to give you false hope, I see that in the cards here, in this reading, that you are making some important changes, adjustments. You are making some kind of a move here. And I feel like you don't really have a choice, like you have to. Because look at all of this swords here. surrounding the Knight of Wands and the Strength card. It's like you have to be strong, you have to be disciplined, you have to take action, you have to take the lead, you have to make something happen, you've got to be persuasive. You have a lot of negative feelings about this. This is very frustrating. Okay, you feel trapped, you feel stuck, you feel like a victim, you feel like it's your own fault, you go back and forth. It's them, it's me, it's them, you know, there's just, you have to get out of something, you've got to get away from it. I've got the 6, 7, 8, and 9. But there's a back and forth, like 6, 7, 8, 9, like back and forth, back and forth. It's their fault, it's my fault. What did I do wrong? How could this happen to me? You know, how could they do this to me? It's all my fault, it's all their fault. Like, this is so stressful. And I think you are trying to take a step back from all of this to get some clarity, to seek a higher perspective, or even to seek a counselor or a therapist, or some kind of good advice or some kind of clarity. You're looking for it, but you don't have that yet. You are still with the moon. There's still so much you don't see. You don't see the help that's coming to you. And I think you're keeping much of this to yourself. You know deep down inside what you have to do, but you don't want to do it. It's not what you would choose, but you also feel like you don't have a choice, or you're just, it's so hard for you to make this decision, whatever it is. And it's a big deal. It's got to do with your lifestyle, your values, your money, your health, something important to you like that, like second house type stuff, fourth house, family. You want to do the right thing. I just see like a blessing coming to you. I see some kind of break in the clouds, like a miracle, like your prayers have been heard. But then again, you've got to do something. There's some kind of move that you need to make. Yeah. Look at that. 10 of Swords, Page of Swords, 7 of Cups. You don't feel like you're prepared for this. It's kind of a big deal. Now we have the 10 of Swords here as well. So many swords. There's been a tremendous sense of loss and pain and ruin. Like something has been destroyed. You're watching this happen in slow motion. You have a lot of mixed feelings about it. You're also extremely upset about this. And yet here we have the Star, which is a card of healing and optimism and hope for the future. But then there's the 5 of Wands. Look at this. Yeah, it's like there's a need for a more balanced approach to seeing something here that is so emotionally meaningful. I get that somebody feels like stuck and trapped in a situation, but you're not really. You're really not. No, you could just get in the car and drive away at any time, actually. But there's reasons why. You give yourself reasons why. So you're in this. You're in a fight. You're like in a fight or flight mode. 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay. All right. There is I just saw the 2 of Cups in the Sun. It's like we're not even there yet. You can't even consider that part yet. Like we can't go there right now. You can't go there right now. Looking forward to the future. Look, like there's something really good in the future. Something new in this exciting new direction that helps you to overcome this challenge, but there's a serious decision that has to be made. And I don't think you're ready to make it. I don't think you're prepared to make this move. You feel unprepared. You have to do it scared, or you have to do it anyway. I'm too scared, but I'm gonna just have to do it scared. Like, you have to do it anyway. Yeah, it may not be as bad as you think it is. Like it's the reality of it might not be as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looks, it's not as bad as it feels, but it feels really bad. So I mean, tell that to my heart, right? I just heard tell that to my heart. No, I'm hearing a song. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. Sorry, this is funny to me because this song I have specific memories attached to this song that make me laugh, so I'm not laughing at the pain and suffering that I'm picking up on. I just sometimes when I'm channeling or I'm doing these readings, I get the most random stuff. Anyway, it's like don't that song. Do you know that achy breaky heart? The lyrics are don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. If you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow, like I don't remember the blow up and kill the man or whatever. I don't know. It's something in the message for you if you know that song. Something like that. There could be a message in that song and the lyrics of that song for you. You might want to look it up. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Is there anything else that I can do in this reading? Like, what's the outcome of this reading? What's the point? So I'm picking up on somebody who just does not see how this is going to turn out at all. Does not see the success or the help that's coming their way. There's still something hidden from you, and you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know because you're supposed to make a decision without the knowledge. Sometimes those kinds of decisions are very, very important to our spiritual path, to our life path on this planet, right? There are certain things that I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's almost like, okay, let me try to articulate this. It's like you're in this lifetime to learn and to grow, and there are challenges here. It's a very Gnostic way of looking at things, right? The Gnostics believed in good and evil, and they believed that everybody and everything is basically good, but evil exists to challenge us, to push us to grow and evolve. Otherwise, there'd be, nothing, no motivation to move. So you're being motivated to move by this terrible thing that's going on, this pain, this suffering, this lack of clarity, this disappointment, whatever it is, the regret, the remorse, the sadness. It's pushing you to make some changes to your lifestyle, to your situation that otherwise, you'd never do this, and so you would not grow and you wouldn't change. And it's so hard, but this is what's coming to me right now. So it's like you're not supposed to know anything except for how you feel. The most important thing is what your intuition is trying to tell you. And your intuition is trying to tell you you've got to leave, you've got to go. But you don't want to. Yeah. You feel this attachment here. You don't want to. You're comfortable where you are. But something new is trying to come through you. Some type of learning experience. Some kind of a lesson. Some kind of new thing. Like there's something else for you, or there's something you're supposed to do. Your intuition is calling you to step into this new experience, but you resist. You're ignoring the signs. You're ignoring the signals, the omens. There's a phone ringing and you won't pick it up. Are you going to answer the call? Will you accept the charges? Your intuition is calling you collect, and you don't want to accept the charges. That's interesting. Do people even do that anymore? Isn't that like a landline thing? Like calling long distance and you don't want to accept the charges. I feel like that's where you're at right now. Whoever I'm picking up on. And I'm asking, like, what's the outcome? And I'm being told that you're not supposed to know, except for that it's a new beginning. It's like, that's very vague, It's a little bit unsatisfying for me personally. Like, I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know more. But I have to listen to what I'm hearing, and I'm asking, what's the outcome for this reading? You're not supposed to know. You have to make a choice based on your own values, your own intuition, who you are. And this shows you something about who you are. It shows the universe something about where you're at in your development. Okay, I have to leave it there. We could probably do a personal reading to get more details, but I have a feeling it would probably end up repeating some of the same stuff. So your intuition is calling. Will you pick up the phone? There's a real conflict there. And I guess I can't answer it for you. Nobody can answer that call for you except for you. But there's a million different reasons why you might ignore it. But staying where you're at, I mean, you will not be happy with, you can't expect to get different results, right? You can't expect to get happiness out of a situation that is causing you suffering and pain. Like, staying, okay, maybe you could change the situation somehow, I guess. Are you bargaining with this? Like, what if I just change this? Or what if I just change that? Will things be different if I make certain changes? That's part of the grieving process, the acceptance process, is like bargaining with this. Like, maybe I don't have to leave. Maybe I can be happy here. But I'm reminded of something that's like, you can't expect to be happy in a situation that's making you miserable. Like, you can't expect to get happiness out of if you don't change or if you don't move. Or maybe this would take some of that burden off of you. I don't think that's true for some. I think that wherever you go, you take yourself with you. And so it might be more than just moving to a new location or going to a new place or getting to a new job or a new relationship or something. I think it's a little deeper than that. Like, it's an inward spiritual journey as well. Like, you've got to change your own mind or change the way that you approach yourself, your life, through some kind of spiritual practice. You could practice meditation and yoga to quiet your mind and quiet your ego, and to maybe just like taking a step back inside of yourself, away from your ego and your attachments in this world. Attachments to material things, attachments to certain relationships. It may be deeper than just, do I stay in this relationship? Do I go to this new job? Because wherever you go, there you are. So even if you were to get into a new relationship, you might experience the exact same problems. If you don't change your own ego, if you don't change your own mind, if you don't change yourself on the inside and the way that you approach relationships, you're just going to find you attract the same type of person, you attract the same type of energy, same type of job, and you're going to have similar results, and you're going to keep repeating this. I think you probably already know some of this stuff, right? But this is what's coming up today. So allow this to be your confirmation that, yeah, you need to do some spiritual work on yourself. Do some Reiki, get a massage. I just heard some massage therapy, some like Reiki. Opening your chakras. You need some kind of energy alignment. Especially, I think, yes, the heart chakra, but also the root chakra, to be more grounded and balanced. You may want to spend some time in nature and do some earthing, getting in touch with the earth, like laying on the ground or being barefoot outside. Some people might not live close enough to nature for that, but this is what's coming up. I mean, if you live in the city and you never touch the earth, then this is definitely a message for you, because you may be feeling ungrounded or unsettled, and part of it may just be an energetic thing where you live your whole life in a concrete environment. unfortunately. And so it's like, maybe, yeah, you do need to, it might be harder for you than it would be for other people who are closer to the earth or closer to nature. But right, so this is not meant to demoralize you. It's meant to inform you or to motivate you. Like, you would be somebody who needs it more than other people who live closer to it all the time. Like, you may have to move or travel for this, but it would be worth it to you to get a little closer to the earth and the source and the type of energy that you're missing. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.